folks. Tonight's video is about why I came to the Philippines and left the States. I'm going to run my air conditioner here in the background here. So bear with me on that. I hope it's not too loud. But the reason I came to the Philippines, number one, people. People are friendly. Number two, food's good. Number three, it's a lot cheaper than the United States. Number four is that it has a good weather situation, but it's hot. And in the cold, I'm miserable. In the heat, I'm uncomfortable. So take it for what it is. I do like it a little cool, but I don't like the cold. And Seattle was just too cold for me. And I think the people in America are just hard to get along with. I mean, good grief. I ran a place up in Seattle. It was managed 60 units. I had a lot of Asian tenants who were going to UW. I had a lot of Vietnamese, Thailand, India, and American. A couple Russian, a couple Mexican. And I'll tell you who the worst tenants were the damn Americans. They drank, left beer bottles around, broke beer bottles in the stairway, came up with every excuse to not pay rent. And I was like, man, yeah, I get it. Never got that from any other race. Mexican, Hispanic, the Russians, Asians. Asians were always trying to pay on time. They also demanded to pay early almost, it seemed like. It's not due till the 5th. No, I must pay the rental fee now. So I learned from that job that Asian people are pretty cool. So that was kind of my deciding factor to marry a Filipino. Now, I chose the Philippines because they speak English. Their alphabet's the same, and they teach English here, and they're welcoming to Americans. So, and that might be why there's so many foreigners here. I mean, in Dumaguete, it's there's a lot. There's a lot. 2013, I couldn't find one. Another problem is that the traffic is getting worse now, and they have. I used to hear 1-2 ambulances a week. Now I hear 3 or 4 a day. So it tells me people are crashing into each other and stuff. I won't ride the bike around because what I do in the morning, I'll take the bike up to the boulevard to go have breakfast, or I'll run it around at night just by myself, no kids. I'm not going to do that. These people around here drive 5 on a bike, and 3 kids and 2 adults, and mom's breastfeeding the youngest. I mean, come on. No helmets, no lights, no headlights, no taillights, no mufflers. I mean, the whole thing is just a disaster waiting to happen. But they do it. But anyways, I take it out at 5 o'clock at night. It's nice to be able to putz around up in Valencia, go back through the back roads, and it's really nice, comfortable, it's cool. So that's the only time I will ride the bike. Early morning, early evening. Other than that, it's too hot. Oh my God, 10 o'clock to 3 or 4 o'clock, it's unbearable. I'm trying to think of what else I like about this place, or dislike. Let's try the dislikes. Loud mufflers. Undisciplined drivers. The heat, a little annoying. Bad karaoke. Running out of ideas. That's about it. Things I dislike about it. I'm sure I could sit down and come up with a list. The roosters. That doesn't bother me though. I don't care about the roosters. It doesn't bother me. Sometimes their supply stock is low. You can't get, Rice Krispies or Coke or something like that at McDonald's, whatever, The guy behind me was mad because they didn't have Coke at McDonald's. I'm like, you're in the Philippines, man, bear with it. He was all flustered about that. It's like, whatever, So I don't care about the lack of stock. If they don't have it, then I don't get it. Well, that's about what bothers me. The list is very short. Now, if I go over to the States, I'll tell you what bothers me. Let me tell you what doesn't bother me. Making money, but good luck with that, because it all goes out. All right? You make $5,000 a month, the next thing you know, you're paying, $1,000 in taxes, you get $1,000 rent, you got $1,000 in food, and you got your car, and your insurance, and your gas money, all this other stuff. But at the end of the month, you're stuck with, you might have $400 or $500 left over, and that was my big challenge for 4 years. My biggest regret was not coming back here in 2020 when I had a ticket January 5th, and then they started shutting it down. I started sensing that maybe things were not going to go as quickly as possible. I postponed it till May, and then it got shut down in March, and that was that. I got stuck there, and so my biggest regret was not coming here in 2020. So that's another note. If you're going to come here, don't waste your time trying to sell, trinkets outside at a garage sale. Just forget it. Grab your valuable stuff, guitars, things you can't replace. Remember too, you're dealing with 220 over here, so if you have a guitar amp or something you're bringing over, like I did, I can't plug it in. I got to get a transformer. That's a 500 watt transformer for the size amp I got, so it's a big deal. It's not a big deal, but it's a pain, you got to figure it out. Don't plug it in. I have an amp modeler that's geared for 110, 120, 240. So that's really convenient. I just plug that right in and it's ready to go. But I have no sound system for it. So I use a Bluetooth. Those little Boss, what is it, Bose little Bluetooth little oval thing. I am going to get a transformer for my amp, so I can just plug it directly in there and remove the amp monitor. I'll just go through that with the effects. So I'm doing that. You want to bring your guitars over. I have a video in my thing about shipping specifically guitars over, how to do the box, tape it up, and plywood on the inside and stuff. That one's informative. You might want to watch that one. And so that's the reason I came to the Philippines. Is because I got sick and tired of the United States. And the news is all nonsense. I watch the news over here, and they're talking about real world things that they're dealing with, like, traffic in Manila, or weather, or things that are besides politics. I don't hear anything political over here. I can't even discuss politics. I don't care. I dare not discuss it. When I was in California, when I was in Seattle, I was in a building full of mostly, liberals, and I didn't care. I liked them people. But if you start talking politics with them, then they turn on you. I'm like, I don't want that to be our relationship, I work here, I live here, and I respect you as a tenant, and I also like you as somebody that I want to know and respect and trust, and I want you to trust me. And I got along with people great there. But when I heard them talking about anti-Trump stuff, I'm like, can you not talk about that? I don't want to talk about that. There's not anything that interests me at all. And it never has. Never. I never concern myself with politics or any kind of nonsense like that. So that's my take on it. But I miss my tenants there that I lived with in senior house. They were a lot of fun. I really got along with them, and I really enjoyed talking with them, helping them. It was a lot of fun. And if I ever get a chance to go back, I definitely go visit them again. So those are the reasons I left the United States and came to the Philippines. They're nice people. They speak the same language. The food is good. The cost of living's affordable. And I just it didn't get that in the United States. None of that was available in the United States. Go out and try to talk to 10 people out in the street. That's right. Especially if you're an old white guy and you're by the college and you try to talk to a 25-year-old girl. It ain't gonna happen. They just look at you. They don't even look. They don't even make eye contact with you. You could say hello, and they wouldn't even make eye contact with you. You know, or an old person for that matter. You know, if you're a young 25-year-old and you say hi to a 70-year-old, and they 9 out of 10 times they think you're gonna rob them or something. So that was my opinion, my perspective of how the United States was. I don't have any of that problem here. Never had one fearful moment here, one threat, not even an idea of a threat here. So I adore the people here, and miss my kids and stuff back there, some people, but the rest of it, I'd like to take my wife and kids there to go see snow, see the mountains, feel cold, and then they'll like it for a short time, as everybody does. And it's like, I want to get out of here for winter. So, anyways, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and go over and check my wife's channel out. It's Chinny's Vlog, ChinnySVlog, and she's got some videos of the kids and some parades, and other stuff like that out there. And she's pretty funny, pretty interesting. And so, anyways, that's it for tonight, folks. I don't want to ramble on too long about this, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've listened to it this long, let me know by leaving a comment down below. And if I could change the video at all to make it more entertaining for you, give me some clues and hints on that, please. So, thanks a lot, folks, for listening to me. And again, like, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment, hit the notification bell, do all the mechanics and all that. And we'll talk to you again soon. Later on. Bye.